Princess Diana. Friend reveals Diana's remarkable change after Prince Charles' divorce. Princess Diana was free of pain and sorrow after her divorce from Prince Charles and had high hopes for her future as a new Diana, the People's Princess close friend and confidant Derek Dean revealed. The Princess of Wales, who divorced from the Prince of Wales in 1996, went through a remarkable transformation that freed her from years of sorrow, according to her close friend and dance maestro Mr. Dean. The dance expert and then director of the English National Ballet revealed he had dinner with a reborn Diana on the very day she finalized the divorce with Prince Charles. After the princess went to watch his performance of The Swan Lake at the Royal Albert Hall, he recounted, "On the day her divorce was made official, Diana visited one of our shows, which really shows the connection she felt to our art and how it calmed her. After the performance we dined, like always. She appeared strong, never complained. No more drama. She had lost the burden that weighed her down and a new Diana was born, free of pain and sorrow. It was clear all this had made her stronger. She now had a future. Or so she thought." Mr. Dean said Diana and him bonded over their shared love for ballet. The dance maestro revealed Diana learned to find strength in ballet to get through what he called an hellish nightmare. He says, "She should have never married Charles. That marriage was hellish. It was one dramatic moment after the other. It was just a hurricane of grief because Diana realized that the real love of her husband's life was Camilla." She said, "I cried all through my honeymoon. I was so tired because of all the bad things around me. During that time full of depressions and tears she got thin. They could see her bones. The doctors just gave her pills instead of really taking care of her. All everyone wanted was a quick fix." It was Diana herself who took charge of her recovery and confronted Camilla. Camilla said something like, "What are you so worried about? Everyone adores you, you are on a pedestal, you've got everything you want." To which Diana said, "Yes, but you've got my husband." Soon after that they divorced, and for her that was such a release. Leaving her royal husband really changed the princess, Mr. Dean continued. According to him, Diana evolved from a mousy little girl into a swan of confidence in just a few years. He revealed, her divorce really changed her. She became more confident. A true change from the woman I got to know 6 years before, right after her engagement to Charles. We met after a performance at the Royal Opera House. She was so quiet, a mousy little girl, excruciatingly shy and very insecure. I got to know a very different Diana when she became a patron of my English National Ballet. We shared the same sense of humor and could really make each other laugh. She trusted me and could be herself with us. To us, the team, the dancers, she wasn't a princess, she was just Diana. She didn't have an attitude, she didn't do protocol. She was open, kind and friendly to everyone. She also loved to come to our rehearsals and I never knew her calmer than when she immersed into our world. The older she got, the less of a quiet, insecure little duck she became. No, she grew into a swan with confidence and I admired her for that, having that strength and courage when her life was so tough at that time. During the year that followed the divorce, Diana found new life in her charity work. Mr. Dean said, she was very positive about the rest of her life. She knew what her mission was, doing charity work and helping bring peace. The princess promised to meet Mr. Dean again after spending the summer in France with Dadi, son of Egyptian tycoon Mohammed Al Fayed. But she died on August 31, 1997, in a tragic car crash that also claimed the lives of Dadi and the car's driver Henry Paul. Mr. Dean recalled hearing the princess telling him, "I'll see you in September at your next premiere. I'm looking forward to it." He added, "Those words never." Princess Diana made a monumental sacrifice to ensure that Prince William, Kate, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have more freedom as members of the royal family. The People's Princess revealed in secret interviews she was uncomfortable being in the system, but that she refused to abandon it for a very powerful reason. When asked if she would leave the monarchy in its current format or would she alter it for William, Diana claimed she was already making changes from behind the scenes. Diana said, "I am altering it for him, William, but in a subtle way. Through William learning what I do and his father, to a certain extent he has got an insight of what's coming his way. He is not hid upstairs with the governess." These bombshell and candid comments suggest Diana was leading by example to show Prince William how his devoted mother was paving the way for him to have an easier time in the public eye. Diana was also asked what her biggest achievement had been as a member of the royal family. She replied, "To not bow down to pressure. You know, not let Elvis chat disturb me. It took me 6 years to get comfortable in this skin." These revelations were unearthed last year just before the landmark 20th anniversary of her death. Diana participated in secret interviews in 1991 that were recorded with permission by a close friend on behalf of journalist Andrew Morton. It was at a time when her marriage to Prince Charles was in crisis and Mr. Morton wanted to reveal what was really life for the most photographed woman in the world. Princess Diana revealed she was unhappy and was on the brink of desperation. She said, "I was just so desperate. I knew what was wrong with me, but nobody else around me understood me. I needed to rest and to be looked after inside my house and for people to understand the torment and the anguish going on in my head." Diana added how she made the sacrifice of her own happiness in order to maintain the stability of the monarchy and even closer to her heart her family. She said, "Because I had a smile on my face, everybody thought I was having a wonderful time. That's what they chose to think and they were happier thinking that. It didn't get easier, I just got used to what people required from the Princess of Wales. History fascinated me, but I never thought I would end up in the system, in the books." National Geographic documentary films revealed Diana's innermost thoughts and feelings from that very specific point in her life, and much of what was said had never been broadcasted before. Princess Diana recounted the heartbreaking moment she realized Camilla was having an affair with Prince Charles in a shocking interview, according to archive recordings, as the nation prepares to mark 21 years since Diana's death. In the recordings, Diana said the most awful thing happened before the 5-week royal tour taken by her then-fiancé Prince Charles on March 1981. Upon his departure, the princess was pictured weeping, and many argued her sadness was brought by the mere idea of spending time apart from the Prince of Wales. An official said at the time, "We have never seen such a touching farewell." And a woman who was present at the moment of the send-off added, "Lady Diana looked really heartbroken." But in archive recordings shared by the National Geographic, Diana tells the real truth behind her tears, involving Camilla Parker Bowles. She said, "You may recall seeing a picture of me sobbing in a red coat when he went off on his aeroplane. That had nothing to do with him going. The most awful thing had happened before he went. I was in his study talking to him about his trip. The telephone rang, it was Camilla. Just before he was going for 5 weeks. So I thought, shall I be nice or shall I just sit here? So I thought I'd be nice. So I left them to it. And it just broke my heart, that." Diana also recalled how Charles and Camilla's relationship rocked her marriage. She said, "I was still too immature to understand all the messages coming my way. And then someone in his office told me that my husband has had a bracelet made for her. I walked into this man's office one day and I said, 'Ooh, what's in that parcel?' And he said, 'Oh, you shouldn't look at that.' So I opened it and there was the bracelet." Describing vividly the pain, rage and sadness she felt in that moment, Diana added, "I was devastated, and I said, well, he's going to give it to her tonight. So rage, rage, rage." You know, why can't you be honest with me? But no, absolutely cut me dead. It was as if he'd made his decision, and if it wasn't going to work, it wasn't going to work. He'd found the virgin, the sacrificial lamb, and in a way he was obsessed with me, but it was hot and cold, hot and cold. You never knew what mood it was going to be, up and down, up and down. Diana and Charles got married in St. Paul's Cathedral on July 29, 1981, a wedding compared to a fairy tale by many. But just months before her big day, Diana was ready to call the wedding off. She said, "I went upstairs, had lunch with my sisters who were there. And I said I can't marry him, I can do this is absolutely unbelievable." And they were wonderful and said, "Well, bad luck, Dutch, your face is on the tea towel. So you are too late to chicken out." The couple divorced in 1996, following a letter sent to the couple by the Queen where she advised them to end their relationship. Princess Diana died in a car crash on August 31, 1997.